a special holiday gift for you. If you schedule one of my consultations, either the 60-minute consultation or the 90-minute consultation, you're going to get a free membership to Easy Astrology Society. Easy Astrology Society is my Vedic astrology learning community, which gives you access to 300 plus hours of video courses, question and answer sessions twice monthly, and a monthly masterclass, either with me or with another teacher. So if you schedule the 60-minute, you get 6 free months of membership. If you schedule the 90-minute session, what you're going to get is 1 free year of membership. The year of membership also gives you 3 private tutorials with me. So you can schedule one of these until the end of the month at the link that you'll see above in order to take advantage of this special offer. So we live in a results-driven society, and that impacts, obviously, our approach to life because it will. In our mind, we just think of outcome. We go, okay, well, if I want to achieve this, I do this. If I take A and B and put it together, certainly I'll get C. But sometimes it's not so much about the result. It's maybe more about the journey, right? Maybe it's not about the tangible result that you're trying to achieve. Maybe it's not even about a situation that you're trying to safeguard or something that you're trying to cultivate for the future. Maybe at the moment, this is a very special time for decisions between you, your heart, your mind, and how those come together to decide your soul's journey, right? Well, really, to put it quite simply, your soul is already on the journey. It's just that quite often our heart and our mind get a little bit confused about where we're actually going, and they get all out of sync in communication with the soul. The soul's not confused. It knows what it's doing, right? Which is why you're here at this present moment watching this particular video and listening to me blabber on about the heart, the mind, and the soul. Just think about that for a moment. Okay. So, but it's quite often not about what you're trying to achieve, but we have a hard time with that concept, right? We like to think that we're here to do, and through doing, something gets created. And actually, that is true on one level. Through doing, something does get created, which is a greater level of connection to our soul if we approach life with awareness. That's the one thing that you can be assured of an outcome with, is if you approach things with awareness, you're going to deepen the bond or the connection with your soul, right? Quite often, this little noggin up here, though, gets in the way. And it likes to think that, right, I have to do this. If I don't do this, this isn't going to work out. And when we're dealing with the situation where we're putting something in and it doesn't really feel to us like we're getting that much out, then it causes us to question. It quite often causes us to question very deeply, and sometimes it causes a little bit of the anxiety monster to creep into the situation and scare the living you-know-what out of us, right? And then we reach those crossroads moments, which you may find yourself at one of these sometime in the near future, where you're going, is it more correct for me to continue on this present course, or is it better for me to go in a completely different direction, right? Even when it boils down to the concept of your heart being in the right place, your mind during this particular full moon process will likely be going, is it more noble for me to hold on to what I believe, or is it better for me to just let go of everything altogether and go in a different direction? Which of these is going to create the better outcome for the situation that I'm here to safeguard? And guess what? Occasionally, the universe doesn't make that process easy. It doesn't make that process easy. Sometimes we like to think that there can be a clear-cut answer one way or the other. But sometimes we're being asked to go, you decide. You decide. What is it that you want? Where is your heart? And when you're questioning your heart, that's a really confusing period of time. Best way to understand this particular full moon cycle is to recognize that sometimes it may seem to us like things are not going to go in the direction that we want them to. Sometimes it may seem like nothing is really happening. We're not achieving any progress, when in reality, in the background, progress is being attained, maybe a little bit of both, a little bit at a time. And that can be okay. It's just sometimes it doesn't feel okay to us because we're in a situation where it seems like something has to happen soon. And when it seems like something has to happen soon, then it can feel like we're not really getting anywhere, right? So here are the ideas that I want you to kind of take away today, which is that if things take time to develop, then if you're holding to the path that you're devoted to, you need to be patient with the process, even if it feels a little bit disconcerting to do that. And if in your mind you're going, okay, you know what? It's time to walk away from this altogether. Do that because it's going to protect that which you truly care for the most. It may seem like, hey, you know what? I need an answer one way or the other. Guess what? That answer is here. It's here. Okay? So if you're going, okay, you know what? Things aren't getting anywhere. This is creating a lot of tension. This is creating a lot of struggle. Listen to your heart. What is it saying? Is it saying, you know what? If I went in the other direction, I wouldn't be able to live with myself? If your heart is saying, if you go in that other direction, you're not going to be able to live with yourself, then you have your answer, because you have to live with yourself, right? You have to live with yourself and with the decisions that you make, because this lifetime, ultimately, it's about that bond between yourself and your soul. And if you can't live with yourself, you're not going to be able to live with anybody else. And especially if those people, those anybody else's in your life are involved in that process that you're trying to safeguard, then you have to be able to live with yourself so that you can live with them and so that you can make the entire situation work. And if in your mind you're going, if I stay with this process, I feel like I'm being stupid and I feel like I'm creating injury and I feel like I'm not creating a good outcome, then maybe it is time to go in the other direction. Maybe it is time to go in the other direction. In either sense, recognize that there is something or someone that you're hoping to protect or to safeguard with this particular situation, right? And going in the direction that your heart is guiding you is ultimately going to produce the best of all possible outcomes, right? Your heart knows the way. It's just that your mind gets in the way over and over again. My mind gets in the way over and over again. It's something that we're all going through right now. Know that. Trust that. Trust in the process, right? Stay the course. If your devotion is going, hey, you know what? If I go in that other direction, it's just not going to work. Stay the course. And if in your mind you're going, hey, you know what? If I stay the course, I'm not going to be able to live with myself, then it's time to go for the other direction. But make conscious, heart-driven decisions at this particular moment in time. Now, this particular full moon, you may look at some systems and they'll say that the full moon is in Kritika Nakshatra. And myself, I'm giving you a video about the full moon in Rohini Nakshatra. This is a difference in calculations, right? Because what we're trying to do is to understand a position of fixed stars up in the sky and decide whether that should be determined from our perspective here on the planet in an observational manner or based on the actual positions. And there's hundreds of different ways to calculate this. So I wanted to explain that to you because I often get queried about that particular concept. I use different calculations than a lot of other people do. I use them because I've been working with Nakshatras for a while, and I find it to produce the most tangible, accurate results through doing so. So with that in mind, if you could use a little bit of help clarifying all that clutter up here, once again, there's that special offer open for you. Schedule either the 60-minute consultation or the 90-minute consultation, and you'll get a free membership to my online Vedic astrology learning community. With the 60-minute, you get 6 months, and with the 90-minute, you get a year of free membership. That can be done at the link above. That's going to do it for this look at the full moon in Rohini Nakshatra, which takes place on the 27th of November, 2023. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.